Alright guys, welcome back to the Dean Does It All channel. Today we're going to be showing you how to use a KitchenAid mincer. This is the cheap version, but they're all pretty well the same. They all set up the same, they're all the same. We've got the body of the mixer, the worm, some plates, the nut, a couple of different blades. When you're mincing meat, you only need the star one, and a dolly, and a tray. Alright, so the first thing you need to do, unscrew your little KitchenAid tab here, and you take your mincer, and you've got a little knob and a groove on your mincer here. So it slides into this groove here, and we tighten her down. Tighten her down. Nice and tight. And we put the worm in. The worm goes in now. And goes the worm. Make sure it's nice and snug. Then you play your blade. Your blade you want facing outwards. So it goes in that way, because this rubs against the plate. Like that. And that's how it minces. And we're going to start with the bigger plate because it helps the motor get through the meat a bit easier. So we put him on. Put him on just like that. So the blade goes on. Plate goes into these grooves here. And then we tighten the nut up nice and tight. Make sure it's tight or else it won't cut properly. And we put the tray on the top, and then we need to get ourselves some meat. Alright, so we've got our meat ready, now we just need a bowl to catch it in. Right here. Right, off we go. Now when we're mincing, we want to be full speed, and we don't want to start the mincer dry, so we want to make sure we get some meat down the hole first. Okay, and this is where we use our dolly to help us push through, okay? But make sure we've got some in there. If you start it dry, you'll get too hot and burn the meat. We don't want that. So we've got one speed when we're mincing, and that's full on. So here we go. Ready? So we turn the KitchenAid, the mincer, the KitchenAid to 10, straight off the bat. We use the dolly, help feed out the mince. Just like that. Push it down with the dolly, beating the meat in. Just like that. We're not done yet because we're going to run it through the finer plate. This is just to cut it first. It helps with your motor so you're not overworking the motor. So what you need to do is you need to unscrew this. Not all the way. Little tip. Little butcher's tip. Don't unscrew it all the way. Turn the mincer back on for a second. And that'll push your plate out for you. So you don't have to try and dig that plate out. That plate comes straight out. Like that. You want to clean out all this gristle and whatnot that it catches at the front, and then we'll change the plate. Alright, now then we're going to go through the finer plate. We've pulled all the gristle and that off of this. It just goes back together the same way. Blade out, plate on, nice and tight again, and I'm just going to run the mince through again. Alright, we're going to run it through for the second time, cut some of the fat out too when it does it. Once again, full speed, no half speed, full speed. And that's how you use a KitchenAid mincer. When you get your own fresh mince, you know exactly what's in it. There's no eyeballs, no sawdust. This one is the BQY Power one. I believe I got this on Amazon a little while back for around 60 bucks, which is about a quarter of the price of an actual proper KitchenAid one. Great machine. Take it from a butcher. Fantastic machine for home use. That's it for today. Tune in next time on Dean Does It All.